What's up, guys? Another YouTube live because it's been a busy day and it's gonna be, yeah, I gotta get to bed. But, yeah, I hope you guys have had an awesome weekend. I wanted to share something. If you go back, if you've been watching this vlog at all, I talked about Web 3.0. Go take a look at that episode if you have no idea what I'm talking about. But I'll give you the quick rundown right now. If you look at the coffee industry, there's like these three waves of coffee. Coffee 1.0 was people figuring out, there was Folgers. Folgers was the company, the guy who created the company that became Folgers, figured out how to roast and grind coffee beans because people were doing it at home back in like before 1850, and it was a terrible process. So the guy made it convenient. The second wave of coffee was Starbucks. Starbucks, basically made coffee its own destination and infinitely customizable. So it went from like this convenient thing to this really, customizable fancy thing. The third wave of coffee, people talk about things like intelligentsia and Stumptown. Now coffee is artisanal, and it's about the connection. It's about the connection you make with the people making your coffee and then making it with you. You go to Stumptown or Intelligentsia. I go to an Intelligentsia, and there's sometimes the guy who's a guy who owns the farm where the coffee beans comes from is like walking around introducing himself to people at the cafe, sampling his latest harvest. I mean, this form of like connection with your customer is like that next wave of coffee. And once you see it in coffee, you see it everywhere. You see it in beer and baking. Baking has gone from like Wonder Bread to fancy bakeries to like artisanal stuff. So much of that connection now is like reality TV shows. You watch baking on reality TV because you want to have this connection to the people making things. There's a really great recent example I saw of this that really caught my eye, and it's music. There's this young girl. She's like precocious. She's good at music. Her family wants to give her like a chance at becoming a musician, so they moved to Nashville, and it took a few years still before she gets anything. But she's playing in a cafe. Somebody discovers her, signs her up for a contract at their their music company, and she takes off. I mean, she can sell out crowds in like minutes. But what's so interesting about this girl is she I think recognizes that evolution of music from, music becoming convenient with things like the phonograph. Like records made music convenient. Before that, you used to have to like go faraway places to attend a concert. But phonographs allowed you to kind of finally listen to it in your home. Radio, I think, was the second wave. Finally, it was like you could listen to multiple stations, customize it, it was ultimately convenient now. I mean, it was like going from, Folgers now to Starbucks. Listen to any radio station you can. And I think like this next evolution is again that connection. And you see it with this girl. She understood this. Like a few years ago, you could find a YouTube video of her wrapping Christmas presents for her fans, and her apartment is a mess. It's covered in bubble wrap and wrapping paper, and she's wrapping presents for her fans. And not only doing that, but she's delivering them herself. There's videos of people waiting for a UPS driver, and there's no UPS driver. It's her. She's bringing the presents to her fans and watching them open these things. And there's tears, and I could care less about this process. And like, I feel like the heartwarming emotion. I'm feeling the connection because of this thing. It was like a powerful thing, and I think she understands like this evolution of music, and you see it today. She recently held listening parties in her home. She invited something like 500 people to attend listening parties in her home for her latest album. They came to her home to listen to this. You can't get like a stronger connection than this. And yeah, this last week, Taylor Swift released her latest album, Reputation. So yeah, I think Taylor Swift really gets this process, and you can see how crazy of a fan group she's got, because she does. And so that's it. I thought it was a really interesting example. I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend, and I will see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a great night. Bye.